Many years have passed since the Fellowship of Light battled the shadow creature at the Grey Havens. Now the heroes find themselves in an unknown land where they discover a man in black is wreaking havoc. Undeath follows him wherever he goes, and long-forgotten legends rise again, having been possessed by his evil. Join the players of this Dungeons & Dragons campaign as they attempt to stop the man in black as he collects artifacts both on and off the Lonely Isle. Welcome to Tol Eressëa in Part 2 of the Inglorion Bastards trilogy, Rise of the Mormon.
You guys are, you have headed west from the Bay of Eldamar, and you headed up the Calicaria, in between the two branches of the Pelori Mountains, the north and the south branch, and you headed up the hill of Tuna, where the city of Turin is, where the Noldor live in Turin. That's their capital, and that's MJ's, or I should say, Zelendorf's people.
Yeah.
When you got there, you discovered three of Turin's old friends whom had been wronged in life, not intentionally by Turin, but just because they were living around him, and it added to sort of, the kind of life that Turin had, and it was like a cruel joke that Gwarthaur had brought them back to basically serve evil, and it got worse when you saw Turin riding his mortal enemy, Glaurung, out from the side. And so you guys have dispatched two of the three of these guys. There's at least the underlings. So Finduilas is left. She's a sorcerer of sorts, or at least a magic user. And you still have Gwarthaur, who is in Turin, but sort of emanating from Turin inside of this force cage. I changed the icon for the force cage. You can see it there on the map. But that way I could actually, it's a token, so I can give it hit points. So we have Faradir's sword has exploded, but also Turin's sword has exploded, right? So the two black swords are no longer there. There are shards kind of laying everywhere. Faradir is not doing so well. I don't think anybody else is really terribly low. Marloman his max HP has been reduced by 26 hit points, so I know he has taken some damage.
Ouch.
But like permanently reduced in both forms. So if he actually does revert to his natural form, he's going to be in a bad place. So if we could ask everybody to just know kind of what they're going to do tonight before we get to your turn, it'll help combat go a little bit faster. I'm hoping to get through this fight today and to get you sort of to that next place where part 3 is going to start. I know some of you are not going to be around for part 3, but depending on who survives this fight, it might not matter.
Just a reminder that that giant yellow circle is my ring of protection there, that everyone basically doesn't get damaged this turn, so until my next turn.
Oh, that was badass. Yeah, so he used his magic ring that his brother Celebrimbor made for him. So the other thing to remember, does anybody remember anything about the people you're fighting, their sort of strengths and weaknesses, things to look out for?
No, not a thing.
We gotta stab the dragon in the stomach. I know that much.
That's right, yeah, that's right.
Zelendor, that's your job. Morloman, you too, because you seem to be right under the pooper right now. I don't know what you guys are doing under there.
I am directly below the dragon's testicles.
Oh, perfect. Morloman likes shadowy regions, so...
Oh yeah, shadowy under there.
Is Beleg gone?
Beleg has been banished.
Banished or
Banished.
Okay.
But
do you know...
for the purposes of this fight, he's gone.
Okay, so can I...
It seems like if they die a certain number of times, they're out.
That's true. Yeah, so Beleg had fallen a couple of times as well. So you don't know, but this aura of light that was on here might have affected. I don't know if it's still on, but it could have played into. I think Okrin cast that.
Yes,
it is totally still on.
Okay, so I you don't know if that had something to do with how many times they were coming back.
God damn it.
Okay. So would it be okay for me to transfer Hunter's Mark as a bonus action?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. So I guess I'll move it on to Glaurung.
Okay. Any damage? I won't read that part to you. So you take a negative 10 penalty to hit his belly. with a called shot, unless the belly is exposed. And if it's exposed, then you only get a -5.
So we have to scratch under his chin to make him roll over and then stab him in the stomach?
So I'm going to say when he successfully, and probably should have shared this before, but when he successfully uses his breath weapon, he will have exposed it. If you want to try to sort of crawl under him, that's also a way to do it, but you'd be susceptible to like a stomp or a bite. And he has not recharged his breath weapon this round.
Okay, is there any way for me to hit the belly with a ranged weapon, or do I have to be close?
No, you can hit him. It's a -10 penalty.
Okay. Alright, so since I'm like heavily damaged, I might try to move away and start hitting from range instead. What's this green circle?
Light, daylight.
Does Okrin have, like, why is he standing so close to the dragon?
Just directly in front of his mouth.
I'm totally going to try to eat Okrin.
You totally should.
Is it so I'll take a few shots with this guy?
Yeah, go for it. And
Okay,
you're trying to hit his belly?
Yeah, I think so, right? Because there's really no
You haven't
point.
done much damage to him.
Yeah. Okay.
You have done some damage to him, but he doesn't take full damage when you hit him anywhere else.
Okay, I'll try to make a call shot then.
All right.
Got 3 of them.
You can do at least partial damage if you hit him other places.
Right. I'm just curious. Well, I don't actually. It's not fair for me to ask, but I'm just wondering if it's like half damage or like severely reduced.
It's not half.
I mean, I already said I was going for the belly, so these miss. Yes.
I'm okay with letting you sort of rethink that, not just because of you see the rolls, but because you realize how difficult it is to hit him. So it's fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay. I guess
you can even use the same rolls if you want.
Sure. I guess it would make sense to hold off until he exposes his belly.
Okay, so you're just going with regular shots?
Yeah.
All right. So give me a total. So it's 2 hits.
Yeah, 29.
All right, I can't do anything. So I am going to ready in action and jump in front of his fire breath if he does it.
Okay. You can't do anything?
No, I'm under his command, so I can't. I don't want to attack my buddies unless he tells me to.
Burin
and I
is
can't attack
attacking
him. So
is Burin attacking you? Is that what's happening?
is Burin attacking who?
You. He stomped on. I thought he stomped on you.
Who, Burin? No, He said he was going to, but I changed back into a person last round.
Okay.
Because Morloman lost focus. Right, because he did an attack or whatever. So I'm not a badger anymore.
That was me, right?
Yeah,
yeah, that's right.
I am a person now, and I'm going to ride on here because I can't really do anything else effective until I've been attacked by this thing.
Do you want to be a crayfish next time?
No. Maybe if that looks like I'm a threat again, then maybe you should turn me into a crayfish. Yeah.
All right. Well, the offer's on the table.
Okay, cool. We'll think about it.
All right.
I ready in action to jump in front of his fire breath and hurt myself by his action.
Can't you? Do you get a save? Do you remember what the language was with that?
No, you told me there was no save. The only way I could be converted is if I get attacked by him.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. And then if I get attacked by him, then I can roll a wisdom save, and I have a D10 to add to that wisdom save that Vic gave me. So
might as well like stay in front of him in case he uses his breath weapon.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like hanging onto his head, and as soon as it looks like he's going to use his breath weapon, I'm going to dive off into it.
All right. So Tessero, you're up.
Riken, you and I should probably be like a distraction. Just always be like in front of him. Just stand there. Because then,
I guess
if he doesn't want to use the breath attack, then he'd have to like move to use it or just spin around.
Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, I should have done that.
You can like stand like in front of Okrin and like Faradir like somewhere like here, and then I can stand back here with like Isaldur and Morloman.
I guess I could fight his control over me and just sort of like stand in front of him.
Sorry, I was muted.
Of course.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
What's the? Can I try and sneak under his belly?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Nice.
So you can fit. I think if you try, you're gonna have to do.
He's 2 feet tall, so probably.
Yeah, exactly. So you could definitely fit under there. Some sort of check. I would say some acrobatics. Without getting injured. It's going to be pretty high, though. I'd say probably 19 or above.
Acrobatics?
Yeah, and if you fail this, you're going to be stepped on or something, or like you're going to take some like bludgeoning damage.
How much?
I'd probably have you roll like a. He's pretty heavy, so I'd probably just do a regular attack. I think he has a claw attack on me.
All right, that'll probably be fine. I haven't gotten damaged yet, so.
Let me just see what it. So yeah, he does have a claw attack. So I rolled it, and I'm seeing a lot of like. There's 12 damage and 8 damage between. What is it? It's a 2d6 damage from a claw attack.
All right, cool. So Tessero's going to. He was over by the rock, and he sprinted over. Used his bonus action to dash, and he dives under this dragon dude. Ooh,
good job. I think you
gonna,
guys are finally getting somewhere. All right.
And then he's gonna stab right upwards into his belly with Hathadal.
Could you do a stealth check? I'm guessing you don't want him to see you, right?
Yes.
All right. So
What happens if he crits the dragon?
he can be get decapitated from there.
Wait, hold on. So, does Tessero even have to do that because this sword ignores resistance to slashing? He would take full damage.
Do what?
I mean, Glaurung would take full damage from it anyway, right? According to the
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
the text on this sword or the halberd or whatever he's got. This weapon ignores resistance to slashing damage.
Oh, it's not resistance though. Otherwise, it would be half damage. The dragon has some other special ability.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So if you encountered somebody who is resistant to slashing damage, it would take full damage.
Okay.
But that's not what we're talking about. I don't think we're talking about whether the vorpal nature of the sword would actually, like, from underneath of him, if this boss creature would be decapitated. And in vorpal weapons itself, if you look at vorpal weapons, like the text talks about creatures that that doesn't apply to, essentially.
Okay. So yeah, he stabs upward twice.
Legendary actions. There it is. A creature is immune to this effect. If it is immune to slashing damage, doesn't have or need a head, or has legendary actions, which he does. That's how they get around bosses. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So what happens then? He stabs upward into his belly twice.
Okay, cool. So you actually, what did you roll for your stealth?
25.
Okay, so he doesn't see you. He doesn't see you get under there. He rolled an 18, so it was respectable. But so you hit him twice, right?
Yep.
And very, very well. And now he knows you're under there. So guess what he's going to do for a legendary action? Yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
Step on you.
All right, so give me a damage there. Let's see if there's
25, 42.
42 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. That hurt. That one hurt him. Oh man. All right. So he's down to. All right. So he lets out this piercing scream into the sky, and he just falls flat down on his belly.
Oh.
Ow.
So I need you to make. Were you done?
Yeah. I think that's all I can do.
You used your whole motion, right?
Yeah.
You get to roll to not die immediately.
Yeah. So I need you to do. We're going to treat this like a grapple, except it's obviously more important than a grapple in terms of not dying.
Can I fit into the hole I made in his stomach?
You don't want to do that either. So I would do athletics. I'll have him do one on you too.
Oh wait,
athletics or acrobatics?
You can do acrobatics if you're going off of a grapple.
Yeah.
So I think I'll probably give you like a -10.
Okay.
So let me re-roll here. That's the only fair thing to do is to re-roll.
So I got a 23 then.
You got a 23. And he rolls a 9. Okay.
Nice.
So you managed to get out of the way of his plop.
Barrel roll out of the way.
All right. So it's Okrin's turn. If Vic doesn't act.
Oh wait, I still have the bear and the eagle.
Oh, go. Okay. Go ahead.
So the eagle's gonna fly over here and try and claw out the eyes again.
So, question about that damage though. Can he suffer damage if he's within the ring here? My special ring. Who is it?
What does your ring do?
It's
You're gonna have to re-roll it. It's a special ability.
prevents all damage for one turn.
Is that the actual wording?
Give me a second.
So the eagle entered the evil breath.
Sorry, my bad.
So which one did you do? Number 1 or number 2?
Number 2.
All right. Being held aloft, this ring creates an aura of protection in a 30 feet radius against the dark magic of the energy, granting resistance to all damage. So resistance to all damage for 1 round. So he takes half damage if on attack. So anybody in this round takes half damage.
Okay.
Pretty cool, right, guys?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I think it's badass.
It is
I wish.
Okay.
You're here. Okay.
So the eagle, it looks like the beak probably is the only one that hits, right? So that's 5 damage on in the dragon's eyes.
Not necessarily. So you moved into the evil breath, so you need to do a save against Constitution save. Not Tessero, but the eagle. Okay, so
Yeah, that was the eagle.
failed save. That means you spend your turn retching and reeling. And you take 12 damage.
Alright, now the bear. So the dragon's on his stomach now?
Yeah, he just plopped down.
Okay.
I can, you know what? He has plenty of movement. He'll just stand back up. So he's back on his feet after he fails to squish you.
I guess the bear is going to try it. Can the bear fit under him?
You can try. It'll be more difficult.
Would just attacking it be kind of worthless?
No, I don't think so. I mean, what's the option, right? Like do nothing or do some damage.
I guess, whatever. All right. Yeah. So he's gonna run up to the dragon's tail butt.
All right. 2 hits. So tell me the damage once you roll them. Okrin, your turn. Sorry, I'm going to try to speed us along here, guys.
Yeah, that's cool. I need to talk to Faraday a little bit about what we can do, because I was thinking an option to get your hit points back up is I would run over to you, dimension door out. Another round I would heal you, and then another round I would dimension door back. That's a few rounds to be out of the fight.
Jared, it's 23, by the way.
Okay, cool. I'm doing it now.
I sort of backed away from the action already, so I think as long as you can heal me, it would be fine.
Okay, because that's only 23 feet. This fatty can move pretty far.
I can heal you.
Yeah, but he's surrounded by 8 people.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so okay. How many HPs you got?
43.
Because if you're okay, I'm going to dinosaur on this guy and I'm going to flip him over.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, do you have any bonus action heals or no?
No.
Okay.
They're all action.
I'm probably fine.
I can always. No. Hey, let's not play with that. Why don't I just run over and then I can polymorph after? Take your swipe.
All right, hit. So you take 16 piercing and 6 necrotic.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds as a 5th level.
Okay, and Vic, you might want to rethink your whole flip the Glaurung thing. He's significantly larger. I don't know how. I think a T-Rex is huge, right?
Well, I'll figure something else out. This round is a Cure Wounds at 5th level. All right, that's fine. You heal 26 hit points then.
Cool. Are you done?
Yeah. Well, let's see. I moved. I'm gonna move another 10 feet. Bonus action is. Sorry. I'm gonna give Faraday or Bardic Inspiration. So within the next 10 minutes, he can roll a die and add a number to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
He sees you heal Faraday, and he comes straight for you.
My God.
So he is going to split his attack, I think, between Faraday and Okrin. So he'll bite Okrin for 22 piercing and 5 necrotic, and then he'll use his claw attacks on, let's see here. I think I'll just he's just going to spend this on Okrin. So what is your armor class, Okrin?
I'm still on his back, so I'll just move myself up there, running around.
Oh, you're on his back.
Yeah, I was up there pooping when I was a badger, but now that I'm a person, I stopped pooping.
So, Okrin, you have 2 more hits on you for a total of 24 slashing.
So I'm not getting hit at all?
Nope. All right. So you see Turin taking. He's hitting the inside of the force cage, and it appears to be damaging the force cage. I'm waiting for an argument from Vic.
Yep, lies.
Find some language that says it can't take damage.
It can't take damage? All right.
Yeah, it's not true.
Looking at it.
So the consensus is, first of all, a disintegrate spell can get rid of the force cage, and the disintegrate spell does a maximum of 100 damage. So guess how many hit points the force cage is going to have?
100.
Yep. All right. So I changed the icon so I could make it a token and subtract hit points from it. Oh boy.
So is he actually using disintegrate?
Nope.
Oh, he's just hammering it, and he's so strong as disintegrating it.
Correct.
So to speak.
That's not disintegrating; it's taking damage.
Oh.
All right. His turn is done. Zelindor, your turn.
All right. So we get the fire elemental. He's gonna come up and make an attack on him, and he's gonna do 2 attacks. They come up twice.
They did. Touch. Okay. Touch. Fire elemental. So he got 1 attack before. Did you do that attack from him moving out of your range?
I didn't do that. I'll do it now.
Okay.
All right. So in that case, what Zelindor is going to do is I'm going to do healing word. All right. So I'm going to cast that on Okrin.
He looks extra pretty right now. His locks are glowing like he uses Vidal Sassoon.
Like I stepped out of a salon.
What did heal him for? Healing was a 5, was that it?
15.
Alright.
Hold on a sec. 1d4 plus your spellcast at higher levels. Oh wow, okay. 15 it is. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Alright, that's it, I'm done.
Alright, so Finduilas finally comes into the light. So, Okrin, from behind you, I need you to do a dexterity save.
Dix.
For DCs. Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
I passed.
You're fine. So, she shoots out a web.
Okay.
So, let's see. Does it say? Failed save. Alright, so I guess nothing happens from what I'm reading. Alright, so the web misses you. Alright, and it's Morloman's turn, so I'll act for John. That means I actually have to go into his character sheet, I think. Oh no, he's going to use Flames of Avatar. That's what happens. I use a cantrip when you don't show up. Alright. Oh no, Flames of Avatar is not an actual attack. We're going to use Bolt of Dark Energy, and it's going to miss. Alright. Gwarthaur. So you see the shadow creature is part coming out of Turin, like it has been before. That's how Burin got dominated in the first place. And he just expands outward, and this horse cage is destroyed, shattered. So Gwarthaur immediately goes right back into Turin, and now Turin is free. Burin's turn.
I can't really do a whole lot, so just going to move right here. Done.
Right in front.
Yep.
So let's see. What did he tell you last? Because you were dominated by him.
I was supposed to step on the badger, but the badger's gone, so he hasn't really told me anything to do.
Oh, that's cheap.
I'm just coming to hang out.
Right in front.
So I guess what can't he tell you to do? Do you remember the language on that?
No, I mean, I think he can just tell me anything.
He just can't hurt him.
Hold on, let me see.
Him and his allies can't hurt. Can't hurt him.
He didn't take his turn to totally control you, but he can tell you what to do. He's going to do that as a free action. So you can do something on your turn. So you guys have a telepathic link, and he can issue commands, which you do your best to obey. It can be simple, so it can be like attack that creature, or run over there, or fetch that object. So if the creature has completed the order and doesn't receive further actions from you, it defends and preserves itself to the best of the ability. So yeah, I guess he'll tell you before your turn, just so you can do something with your turn, to attack Okrin.
Like beat up on Okrin Day.
Yeah, really. When did I turn into the...
Okrin is the controller, man. He's the guy that beefs everybody else up. He's making this. You healed Faradir, right? He had Faradir down pretty low. You healed him. You're the one that trapped. Don't act like woe is me. You've done.
Yeah, totally woe is me.
Hey, can you roll? Can you roll the that skill again? Because I feel like for some reason I thought there was a roll that we got to make after it, because I rolled every time and I couldn't pass it because my charisma was so low.
Yeah, you can. It hasn't. You do it at the end of your turn. I thought you did it at the end of the last turn. Let me tell you what his DC is. Hold on, unless you remember.
12 or 15. I think it was 15.
All right, hold on. I gotta cast it. Oh, DC 14. Yeah. Can you pass it? Like, what do you have to? Oh, you rolled an 11. So
you give Bardic Inspiration.
15 or higher. Yeah. All right. So you're attacking Okrin. Yeah. Is he going to give Bardic Inspiration to the guy that just attacked him?
Well, I just
to snap out. Yeah.
I just I followed his command, but I just punched Okrin. I didn't hit him with my axe.
That's fair. That's fair. He'll be more specific next time. All right. So you're still dominated. Faradir, you're up. Okrin, you took 9 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
From Burn. He just walked over and just wailed you from the side. Like your hair is looking all pretty. You just got healed. You got clocked. You totally aren't expecting it.
It was like the
now my hair is all in my face.
Like the scene from Avengers when Thor and Hulk are fighting each other, and then he just punches his ass off the dead worm. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Hulk like raging fire. All right, Faradir, let's go. 9 o'clock.
Okay. What happens if I try to shoot him from here?
Aiming a ranged attack is more difficult when a foe is next to you. When you make a ranged attack with a weapon, a spell, or some other means, you have disadvantage on the attack roll. Yep. Okay. Disadvantage.
All right.
Disadvantage and -10 if you're going for the belly.
No, I won't go for the belly.
Okay. He didn't. Oh, by the way, I should declare this every time. On his last turn, he did not recharge his breath weapon.
Okay.
Riken, I forgot to move your cloud of smoke with you. Sorry.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
I take 3. Oh wow, 2 of those still hit.
You can move within his range unless you want to get an attack. And it's Riken's turn again.
Same thing.
I'm sorry, you guys. So this thing, you rolled out of the way, and then he kind of rolled up over you, and his tail is still within view, but it doesn't classify as his belly, obviously.
32.
32, thanks.
Say that again? What'd you say?
You're under his tail.
I'm underneath his tail.
Yep.
Literally underneath it?
Correct.
Like it's crushing me?
No, it's not crushing you.
Does stabbing his tail count as
Not his belly. I just said that. No.
Okay. I'm gonna try and run under him again and stab.
Okay. -10 stealth. That whole shabil. Do that perception roll.
It's gonna be cool. This next round, I'm gonna turn into a gigantic ape like King Kong. I'm gonna smash this dragon in the face.
Wait, I could totally transform somebody else too. We could just have a bunch of freaking apes just rolling this thing on its belly, just pounding the shit out of it.
All right, he is stealth. You are stealth. So go ahead and do your acrobatics, rather. Damn, I was really hoping he'd get teabagged by his anus.
Well, he just crit his anus.
You're trying to go under, and this big spherical object smacks you in the face.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think I did say 19 or 20. I seem to remember that. But the -10 was to not get squished.
Yeah, to not get squished.
Yeah.
Okay, I got confused. Sorry, I didn't actually build in all of these notes about what happens when someone tries to sneak by his testicles. All right. So
it's not the saving throw against
base on the way.
So you are underneath of his belly. Go ahead and put yourself. If you were in a different place, sorry, I put you by his butthole, and then moved you back. So those are 2 hits. One of them is a crit, believe it or not. We can say you castrate him if you want.
Oh no, he gets an extra 66 damage.
If I roll a 20, doesn't that mean I decapitate him?
No, you can't decapitate
extra 66.
Yeah,
Max, you were doing your laundry at that point. I think when we had this conversation.
It doesn't apply to all enemies, but yeah, you do get bonus damage instead.
66.
Yep.
Do it. Cut his balls off. Decapitated his balls.
We got
debilitated.
All right, we'll move on to Okrin. And if you're gonna do the ape, you can move it out. I know you know how to do that.
But this is such a crucial moment.
We'll come back to it. I just I kind of want to advance this a little.
Yeah.
All right, ape.
So the beautiful Okrin looks a little bit. You guys remember? I think I made this comparison the last time. He turned into an ape. He looks like that. Remember that gremlin stripe with the blonde stripe down his back?
That's perfect. That's my action, anyways.
Oh, that's your whole action?
Well, it's because the polymorph is not a.
That's right. It's not a wild shape.
Nope. I think it's 43.
Yeah, but you get another 66.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh yeah, wait. Oh yeah, I didn't even count any of these crits here. So that's 89.
Yeah. All right. So he runs by him with his daggers out, and you hear a thud behind you, and his junk falls off. All right, so let me just do the math here.
The math of his junk falling off.
Oh boy! All right, so he's really bleeding.
Yeah, I would assume.
I need you to make a DC 17 Wisdom save, and this should be not Okrin's Wisdom. This should be the ape's Wisdom. All right, Wisdom save 18. He actually passes it. Okay, so the dragon stares down the ape, and the ape manages to. I don't know if anybody remembers Glaurung. The whole reason Finduilas got killed, the other person you were fighting, is because Turin went to fight Glaurung, and Glaurung basically got him in a trance and started telling him a bunch of lies, and he let the poor people being carried off with the orcs. They were screaming for him to help, and he was just basically stuck in a trance with Glaurung. So anyway, he doesn't affect you. All right, I think Turin is going to go after Faradir, so he's going to dash, and he's going to jump on top of. Let me do a check here. So you see Turin coming at you, Faradir, from underneath Glaurung's legs. And he's going to do. All right, that's enough. All right, so he lands right here next to you. I can't attack you though. All right, and after his turn, Glaurung is going to attack Tessero with a legendary action, and he'll miss. Okay, it's Elendor's turn.
All
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before you go, no, Turin's going to take a turn now. Yeah. All right, so Faraday, you're hit with a longsword attack. It's a 24 roll. Damage 13, slashing, and 14.
What's he hitting me with, by the way?
Just a longsword. No, it's just 13 damage. Just 13 damage. All right, and now it's Zelendor's turn.
All right, so I am going to cast Moonbeam.
Is there a save or anything? What is the
Strength save, DC 17.
You rolled a 20. You rolled a 23. So what happens? Is it half damage?
Yeah.
So 16. Okay. So 8
Thank you.
No.
Oh, it's even less than that, right? Because you hit him on the outside. All right.
I did him on the outside, yeah.
Are you still
Sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. I forgot about my fire guy here. All right, sorry. We'll get him go. And, all right, so there's the 2 attacks from the fire elemental.
All right. And you're doing the dragon, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right, so the first one hits. All right. Is that anybody else you got going?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Finduilas is going to come up. She's going to web attack again. So this is, I believe, a dexterity save. And what did I tell you it was? Cast DC 14.
I think I'm too big for that now.
Nope. 20-foot cube. It fills a 20-foot cube. You're fine.
All right. I'm going to step to the left, juke it.
The web is difficult terrain. Oh, shit. I do have to draw it. The webs aren't anchored between 2 solid masses or layered across the floor. It collapses on itself. So it's 5 foot. It's 5 foot deep. If you start your turn in the web, if you fail to save, you're restrained. As long as you remain in the web. Any restrained creature in its web can use your action to make a strength check against the spell DC, which is a 14. If you succeed, then you're no longer restrained.
Awesome.
So
when my turn comes up, I'm going to throw this back at her.
Burin, your turn. He tells you on your turn to attack the ape with as much force as you possibly can using your weapons.
Okay, I'm going to step right here, directly in between them.
All right, so that's a 16. So that'll hit and hit. So 32 damage. Is that right?
To me? Yep. I'm going to kick this little dwarf in the face.
All right, so Turin is going to use his turn to come up here between Okrin and Faraday. And he's going to use his legendary action for that. And Glaurung is going to use his legendary action to attack Tessa. Yeah, why not? So he'll use a claw attack because he can't bite him. So 23, I think, hits you. Yes. So you take 17 slashing damage from one of his feet. All right, now it's Faraday's turn.
Not a good time to use my bow anymore. I don't think.
You have to drop it, right?
Yeah. Alright, yeah. I still have a scimitar on me. I guess I'll drop the bow.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's 11. Okay, so that's a super crit. Oh, I forgot to say I'm attacking Turin.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah. Yep, 44, and then he was already damaged, right? So I also do an extra 1d8. That's good.
Okay.
Did I forget anything? That seems right.
Alright, turn is bloodied.
That's right, great.
Nice job, guys.
Though this marks the end of the episode, the road goes ever on. Until next time, join us at longwinded.one and consider giving us a review on Apple Music, Spotify, or really whichever platform you choose.